speak to accountability, use the example of IPOA. Baby Pendo, which you speak of as a good example. However, yet it seems that it's taken very long. But speak to how that has gone in the courts to hold the 6 officers to account, and how this can play out similarly, hopefully faster, in the name of what is happening right now. If someone has evidence against an officer, having seen them kill a protester.
So first of all, I think it's important to acknowledge that the IPOA does a good job. IPOA has caused there are about 300 active cases against police officers right now for acts of omission or commission, right? Another challenge is when IPOA investigates a case, the decision to charge lies with the DPP. And so it depends on how long the DPP takes to make that decision. So people need to understand that. Another issue is that cases take too long in court. I'm involved in the Yasin Moyo case, the kid who was a 12-year-old child who was shot at the balcony of his house in Kiamaiko during the COVID enforcement in March 2020. After the police officer took plea, there's never been a mention, ever, right? So, years. Carlton Maina case, the Leeds University student, the case is not moving. And so we are trying to explore how we can have cases that involve police officers to be expedited in a way. Because first of all, if the officer is innocent, he needs to be back in the service. And also, witnesses forget, right? So if 3 or 4 years down the line, no hearing has been done, police officers are being transferred, so it just creates a problem.
They could forget or get intimidated.
And so and so we need, and there's also the aspect of witness protection. We have a witness protection agency that is not funded properly. It needs to be funded properly because in almost all police-involved investigations and prosecutions, sometimes you really need to protect these witnesses. And so that is a challenge we've been seeing. But in the Bipendo case, the DPP used the Rome Statute because initially there was lack of action by the officers in that area. And you know that blue code of silence where no one is doing anything about it. The parents of the child tried to report, they were sent home. And so they are using command responsibility because it's very challenging to even get the person who wielded the baton and hit the child. And so this will begin to send a message of command responsibility, that if you're a commander, you should know what is happening within your jurisdiction. If you are the commander of the operation, you need to know what's going on and you need to be able to account for it. Why did no one report to IPOA as required by law? And I think that's the next stage. We're trying to think of how the officers who fail to report then should be charged with something.